Hello guys, welcome back to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. This is our last segment today. I'm very excited. Thank you guys for staying tuned to our last segment. We just got done talking about the Women's Track and Field Pre-Fontaine Classic recap, and we're now going to go into the North American West Region CrossFit Semifinals results recap, everything you need to know from the competition. So the results from the Asia and Europe semifinals had already taken place, and we did talk about that in our other podcast. If you're interested in hearing about how those went, I recommend you check out the video from Thursday, May 21st. I also made some predictions on Friday, May 24th about who is going to place and qualify for the CrossFit Games in the North American West and Oceania regions. So if you are interested in seeing if I'm right and made some pretty decent predictions, I recommend you go check out that video. So without further ado, let's talk about the semifinals in the North American West. And tomorrow's video, we'll be talking about the Oceania region. So if you're interested in that, you should very much join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so let's just get started. So only the top 8 athletes qualify to the CrossFit Games from the North American West region. So I predicted Alex Gazan was going to come out on top, but I was wrong. She came out in second, so not too far out, but I did not even include the first place person and the people that I really thought were going to qualify for the games. So that's really disappointing on me. Whoops. Anyway, the first place person was Abigail Domit. She's always been a strong competitor, and she won second in the quarterfinals, so yes, it makes sense that she placed first in the semifinals. For event 1, Domit did good. She finished in 4th. Event 1 was particularly harder in this region because the competitors had to go up and down the stairs, climbing involved, so just keep that in mind. Domit's final time in event 1 was 24 minutes and 44.20 seconds. Caitlin Bernardin placed first in this event, which is great for her, but also kind of sucks because she didn't even finish in the top 15. In the second event, Domit finished 6th with a time of 13 minutes and 25.45 seconds. Abigail Loewen finished first in this event, but we will get into her later because she qualified for the games. Then in the third event, Domit finished in 5th place with a time of 11 minutes and 23.78 seconds. Alex Gazan placed first in this event, but we're going to talk about her next, obviously. In event 4 and 5, she placed 9th. Her event 4 time was 9 minutes and 6.17 seconds, and her event 5 time was 6 minutes and 34.65 seconds. Olivia Kerstetter placed first in both of these events, but because she did not really dominate any other events, she was not able to qualify for the games. I really did think she was going to be one of the qualifiers. It seems she might have gotten unlucky, but still it is a huge accomplishment that she finished first in 2 events, regardless. In the last event, Domit finished in 3rd place with a time of 3 minutes and 25.52 seconds. Alex Gazan also finished first in this event. Anyway, so we just brought up her name. Let's now talk about who placed second, and that would be Alex Gazan. So she placed first in event 3 and 6. Her event 3 time was 10 minutes and 27.71 seconds, and her event 6 time was 2 minutes and 57 seconds. She placed 3rd in the second event with a time of 12 minutes and 52.74 seconds, and 6th in the 4th event with a time of 8 minutes and 45.23 seconds. But her 1st and 5th event is what kind of messed her up a bit. She placed 11th in the first event with a time of 25 minutes and 44.63 seconds, and 23rd in the 5th event with a time of 8 minutes and 9.95 seconds. If she had done better in these 2 events, she definitely would have been in first place, but the running I think got to her, and adding that climbing on the first event definitely probably challenged her a bit more than expected. Gazan won the semifinals last year and has been 10th in quarterfinals worldwide. Her coach said she will be the fittest person on earth someday, and I totally see that. She was 5th in the games last year, so I think she's going to be a really fierce competitor this year too in the games. But also she has some big competition with Laura Harvath, who is currently the fittest person on earth. In 3rd place was Abigail Loewen. I've heard people pronounce it both ways, and I'm like now confused, but Ariel, we're gonna call her Abigail Domit. She was 3rd in the games last year, and a lot of people are saying that the first place position in the games this year is really going to be up to her and Gazan. I don't know. I see that happening for sure. Like I said earlier, she finished in first in the second event with a time of 11 minutes and 41.68 seconds. So, I mean, she's a fierce competitor, obviously. She did very well in the semifinals. She also did well in the quarterfinals. Also did amazing last year. I don't know. I think she's definitely going to be up there for sure. She also finished in second in the fourth event with a time of 8 minutes and 32.16 seconds. Her third and fifth event was not her best, where she placed 14th and 16th respectively. She had a time of 12 minutes and 28.52 seconds in the third event and 7 minutes and 3.94 seconds in the fifth event. In event 1, she placed 8th with a time of 25 minutes and 27.56 seconds, and in the last event, she placed 9th with a time of 4 minutes and 6.91 seconds. Her first and second place position really put her up there for sure. And fourth was Hattie Kanyo, who I didn't even talk about in my predictions at all. In the beginning of the first day, she was in first place, so she was really impressing everybody from the beginning of the semifinals. She placed third in the first event with a time of 24 minutes and 37.84 seconds, seventh in the second event with a time of 13 minutes and 25.60 seconds, fourth in the third event with a time of 11 minutes and 23.45 seconds, eighth in the fourth event with a time of 9 minutes and 3 seconds, fifth in the fifth event with a time of 5 minutes and 47.76 seconds, and 23rd in the sixth event with a time of 4 minutes and 49.91 seconds. She has not gotten much attention, obviously, so she's kind of slipping through the cracks. She's going to be a standout competitor in the games because she has been so shocking with her placements. It seems she has been doing some rigorous training that she's probably and hopefully going to do well in the games. And fifth was Rolfe, who I had a lot of confidence in was going to make it to the games. She placed second in the first and third event with a time of 24 minutes and 15.58 seconds and 11 minutes and 11.92 seconds. In the fourth event, she also stood out at fifth place with a time of 8 minutes and 42.36 seconds. In the sixth event, she did pretty well, finishing in seventh with a time of 3 minutes and 58.51 seconds. And then in the second event, it was pretty decent for her at 13th place with a time of 14 minutes and 8.60 seconds. But she placed 29th in the fifth event, which is why she was not in the top 3, but still being in the top 5 is really impressive, and she qualified for the games, and that's what matters the most, really. She clocked a time of 9 minutes and 26.44 seconds in the fifth event. She was a strong candidate to win first place in the first event with her ability to combine running with lifting, but she got second, which is still very good. If there are workouts in the games that combine running with lifting, I think she's going to be a fierce competitor in those events. And sixth was Danny Spiegel, who I also had a lot of confidence was going to make it to the CrossFit Games. Last year, she failed to qualify for the games, and we saw her express some criticism of CrossFit on a podcast. So I think she got super hungry this year, which really helped her in qualifying. She did not have great placements in some of the events, I will say. In the first event, she placed 28th with a time of 28 minutes and 9.19 seconds. In the second event, she placed 10th with a time of 13 minutes and 54.17 seconds. In the third event, she placed 13th with a time of 12 minutes and 18.75 seconds. However, her fourth, fifth, and sixth event went pretty well. She placed 7th in the fourth event with a time of 8 minutes and 46.67 seconds. In the fifth event, she placed third with a time of 5 minutes and 10.39 seconds. And lastly, in the sixth event, she placed fifth with a time of 3 minutes and 43.70 seconds. And seventh place was Bethany Flores, which, not a shocker there. She won the West Coast Classic in 2021. Her highest achievement in the games was Her highest achievement in the games was 8th place in 2019, and she has been working very hard since. She's probably been very hungry. Flores has very similar placings in all events pretty much. In the first event, she placed 14th with a time of 26 minutes and 9.66 seconds. 11th in the second event with a time of 13 minutes and 55.29 seconds. 6th in the third event with a time of 11 minutes and 27.82 seconds. 4th in the fourth event with a time of 8 minutes and 40.04 seconds. 19th in the fifth event with a time of 7 minutes and 28.57 seconds. And lastly, 11th in the sixth event with a time of 4 minutes and 8.76 seconds. In 8th place, also no shocker here, was Kyra Milligan. She has always been pretty known in CrossFit and has done very well in the past. I had high hopes for her, and I'm happy to see that she's going to the games this year. Here are her placements. 18th in the first event with a time of 26 minutes and 46.84 seconds. 8th in the second event at 13 minutes and 35.01 seconds. 7th in the third event at 11 minutes and 46.08 seconds. 18th in the fourth event at 9 minutes and 25.63 seconds. 6th in the fourth event at 5 minutes and 51.94 seconds. And 10th in the sixth event at 4 minutes and 7.15 seconds. She did very well across the board. Her event 1 definitely could have improved, but as you saw, it was a bit shocking what placements everyone that qualified for the top 8 got in the first event. But I do think that was because there was increased difficulties in this event 1 in this North American West region because of the extra, climbing and stairs and all that. So you have to take that into consideration. Okay, so that concludes our show for today. I had a lot of fun talking to you guys. Thank you guys for tuning into the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast presented to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you guys once again, and have a wonderful day.
Let's go.